Hi, I'm Joel Hamner with the law firm Hamner. And we've been talking about what to do in a car accident. One of the videos I made earlier, I mentioned the word or heard the term subrogation. That's not a normal word you hear in everyday conversation. And really, if you don't do what I do or you're not involved in the insurance industry, you probably have no idea what that means. Subrogation means this. If you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, if you have Aetna, Humana, if you have Medicare or even Medicaid, they all have a right of subrogation. And what that means is simply this, that if you have been injured by the negligence of a third party, that is, you've been involved in a car accident, let's say, for example, it's not your fault, and you've been injured and you've suffered hospital bills or medical bills, and Blue Cross pays those bills, then Blue Cross Blue Shield has a contractual right to recover a percentage of the money that was paid on your behalf to the hospitals and doctors from the person who caused the wreck. In Alabama, we're fortunate in that we have what's called the common fund doctrine, and that is a huge benefit to our clients. Basically, the law is that if I represent you in a car accident and you have Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance, I technically represent Blue Cross Blue Shield as well. So while I'm protecting your interest, I'm protecting Blue Cross Blue Shield. Well, the great thing about that is this, is Tom and I work on what we call a contingency fee. And that basically means that if I don't recover money for you, you don't owe me money. But if I do win and I do recover money for you, you pay me a percentage. Typically that's a third, a 30% fee or 33% or 40% contingency fee depending upon the case. But typically it's 33% or 1/3. Well, because of the common fund doctrine, Blue Cross Blue Shield will then reduce the amount they're owed back by that third. So in having an attorney, you don't have to pay back dollar for dollar what Blue Cross Blue Shield paid for your care. So it places more money in the pockets of the injured person. That's a real benefit in this state, having the common fund doctrine. You know, the thing to remember though is this. If you don't have an attorney, that right of subrogation still exists. And you have to satisfy Blue Cross Blue Shield if they have paid anything for you. This really becomes important where Medicare is involved. You know, as we know, Medicare is mandated or managed by the federal government. It's a federal government program. And about 10 years ago, a branch of Medicare was created called MSPRC, which stands for Medicare Secondary Payer Recovery Center. And they exist to enforce their rights of subrogation on behalf of Medicare. Well, the problem is this, for you folks out there who are injured and you're on Medicare, if you do not satisfy Medicare's right of subrogation, then Medicare has the right to suspend your Medicare benefits until their right of subrogation is satisfied. So I will tell you that for anybody out there who is injured and they're also on Medicare, it's best for you if you would speak to an attorney so they could walk you through that. The last thing you want to have happen is being an accident and you don't understand or you don't satisfy Medicare's right of subrogation. Then you go in for some other medical procedure. Obviously you have no idea and they deny your benefits. It's just real important for Medicare folks who are injured to talk to an attorney.